the real world, and we chatted about this a little earlier, about this migration from having lunch with an investor to doing the same thing on LinkedIn. So can you describe how those two things overlap?
How they're kind of the same, even though they seem completely different.
And what is the LinkedIn equivalent of lunch?
Right, exactly.
The deal. Yeah.
Right. So when approached by, someone who's interested in me as an investor, it's usually a nice restaurant. They're usually well dressed. They usually come with their portfolio of information. They usually pay. Right. And as a potential investor, I know, well, there's three hours of my life that I'll never get back, which if it's a good investment is no problem. But if it's not a good investment, if it seems shady in any way, then that's 3 hours of my life I'm never going to get back. On LinkedIn, similarly, you want to create a strong brand, which is like how you get dressed and go to that restaurant, the restaurant you choose, right? You're not going to go, well, some of you might, but I'm going to make the assumption that you're not going to go to this lunch with investors in ripped jeans and a hoodie. Right? I would hope. Maybe. I mean, they're Frank Kearns and people like that. But in most cases, you're going to look your part, and so you need to do that on LinkedIn too. Your LinkedIn profile, which by the way, 98%. I'm sorry, that's recruiters. 62% of B2B buyers, and so I would assume that a large number of B2B or business investors would also be doing this. But on LinkedIn, 62% of B2B buyers are going to review your profile before they ever make a decision. And because there are so many shady, invest in swampland in Florida, buy a bridge in Africa type deals out there, which by the way, my dad did in fact buy swampland in Florida, which we held on to for like 22 years. And then we finally sold it, and then they turned it into celebrations. So we sold it before it was worth anything, just saying. But anyway, with all those kind of shady investment opportunities out there, people are doing their research. Buyers are doing their research. Investors are doing their research. And one of the main places they're going to do, of course, is Google. So they're going to type your name in there or your company name in there. If your LinkedIn profile shows up, which it will, usually on the first page and sometimes the first, second, or third listing, they're going to click through. And then if there's nothing there, if you've got a nothing there profile or a barely there profile, you immediately lose credibility. And they go, not entirely sure this person is for real.